Savannah, Upper West, Upper East, and North East.
Okay.
And then shemwa ya tutu ni mana ya hwena omo esi eja omo kwan no moko ehwe dwumadi no so ho no eja omo kwan. This week is the week I kick it off.
Okay.
Elections from the polling station. Your timetable I say
Onua FM 95.1.
They could see the third week in August. Nafi yetimi aye constituency elections September. Now regional elections October. Now by November near national elections. Let's just say the Jumadi no abanawi na new executives. A bit me equita party no.
Okay.
The party no akura 2023 na nyame makwanya it by the first quarter of 2023 no. Yeah, flag bearership election near presidential candidate will be the party no.
Okay.
Na fe ya to aswe parliamentary candidates for ombejina hwamo party no.
Okay.
Na say boy ho na yeah the 2024 na ya ba bejiga na for afrisa or how ne be
95.1.
Ene setura abeto omanfo so e Ghana sisi ayi enyina hu say eye MPP aban under Nana Akufo-Addo ene economic messiah sisi obi kan yo say sisi wadani poster boy oye friends on this assembly for April naming of streets no money ade no na kodu sisi nti ye gidi say we will put a very capable team in place. Your manifesto, share ya na ye people's manifesto. Ya de share about 2020 no. Ye mpanifo guso. Hear the changing trend in the world economic order. And the national situation no. Na yet me atreke your manifesto no. I respond to the exigencies of the time and the current realities no na yet made the manifesto ye nyina ndum say betimi a resolve challenges I face no enti party no NI on the front of organization and on the policy front ni ade na na eguso ehhehye niama ebetimi e de aba na de abeso omanum ni age oman na siye
Medasi chairman who bomb line up no so no bo bibi fa manifesto mo be ne te said 2020 mo year no na mo call communities mo ne Ghana for kodi nkomo na.
That is one of the best manifestos I produce as a party. A bottom up approach. Bribia se woko na woni timamufo kokasa. Na ti omonu masem. Na de omonu masem no. Ehhehye o policies ubewie no na ohun se obia de won because onipa ne kan de na no ate ne voice and ne input ewom. Sisi aye kasai IMF MPP for some Ghana for nim bibi omode ko IMF. But ebra President Mahama wo ho no ma yenya economic challenges ye pese ye ko IMF no. Obebo Ghana for amane say these are the challenges intino. Ye pese ye tun safre Ghana for na obia de na adwen ene nim de eba. Nti organize the century consensus. Emma ye frefre economists, labor, trade union, religious leaders, and all the major stakeholders and some namrana ye develop the homegrown policy, economic policy for economic recovery. In the answer ye be call IMF no na Ghana for nim exactly the document na ye dey call IMF for no makudi nkita ho no, and it represented the wishes and aspirations of Ghanaians. As I say, nobody knows what they have sent to the IMF. In the IMF, also buy your mukwa, someone can't read, and MPP funds can't read. You see, one of the things, and I say, they say, we don't, in governance, no, you don't keep the people in the dark. We don't say, in America, COVID, achi, Biden, every day, be American government, update. Near all year. Ghana ha, and Quebec, see emphasis, Crimea country. But governance must be transparent. and then you carry the people along. So who the nipa no corner, so who involve nipa na. Edru baby na say more than ya see a number num sum fidia, ya number nu na. Na say won kwa akwa sum fidie no amfa obi ankwa. Wo see enkohwe a nipa na okọ no. Wuja no so nyina baby ntwa nko ni baby afidie no no kwa akọhwe. Enti the MPP minim say humility and any of my friends no mbeka se baby ya dru no. You feel say all hands must be on deck. Me kai say enche panyi bi a wa serve wo international economic commission for Africa, Dr. Ike Amwako. I believe some born and I need but either say Ike or E Amwako. Or the proposal be a President John Dramani Mahama say, or say you're building national consensus on how to move our economy forward. Na obi amfa na adwemra because you feel say you wonim defo bebre ye wo ma we say mu a ti dru ba bi na say wontimi ti sania ba bi akodu say no ayeso obi ebo no nyum say awrade bagistia no ba bi adu no say stia no gi say wontimi nya na wa ma na nkofo aba beboa ni nyina push akọ ebi say o man na niama a kire so a passwa ahokyere ba o man no mu nyina no all of us had the brunt of it. You know, so for you cry the months of Fabi. That number, it will be council so a minister, no mean at home for some fund of fuel receipt in match. I'll be a quack to fuel. But then, Ghana could do baby. Minaba, about a week ago, me call baby me banam who said Trasaku. Or fat Trasaku, how won't say behind the motorway. One more police posts be a hodum. One more the container be na yes police post no just by the motorway. And who say cars be park on them say I feel them go for you. Yeah, ton cars or ha na. Me twi ban besides had the then see what ha say. E nipa na teacher say ko no be e be park on cars or hodum. Na mo afa a friend say trotro e de ko adwuma. One pon a number be si ho a. No sa fa kwa. E no to so sa akoda wonya ene all the obeko filling stations akase na ho nyina obo car parks na ho aye makas park o de for niko o pekura obetumi ma on san show for bi akoroma kwa survey ya meka obo say nipa no bebre kuta cars akase akase omo ko park no mafa trotro intino that is the level of ahokyere abo man we mu a won be park o car ofie park won ma afere nti won person be park ofie no mo ko park wa bonten na o ma ko fa trotro no mo ba mo san be fa the wrong feeling, we are who the car in the PA, the car above you. I mean, that is the situation that we find ourselves in. And you know, the country has been mismanaged. Your priorities right, and you know, what should be a spending echo, and if I ever saw yes, say sika. Now she say, and I mean, I'm very sad for the young people of my way. Say MPP the deception. At the buyer, okay, so I'm parking Kolagu, Independence Square, Bibri. I've almost 100,000. Independence Square, and I can wait me for any parking. We have Accra Sports Stadium and Kassan. The capacity of Accra Sports Stadium is, I think, about 30,000 capacity and now 40,000 capacity. Accra Sports Stadium can say you, but Independence Square, you almost 100,000. But you cannot keep 100,000 people at the Independence Square. But they came and deceived Ghanaians. And the youth, you could go on 100,000 and create jobs or more. And Necro can say, that's what 100,000. Meanwhile, it is not true. They never created 100,000. So 100,000 no home also there. And they must audit it because the number of people that NAPCO employed no and 100,000. And we all knew, say, I never want person who say increase sustainable jobs. Who beside Ampofo ko NAPCO, we also say create the table be officer. What is the sense in it? People want to work. People want to see, say, almost contribute towards productivity. No, no, I say, let them acquire no. My year, Juma, Eddie Aboa, I mean, for you to come and say, the program is ending. What have you achieved? Transition, Ben, what in your because Anke be a bit me and say, yes, how do we see to build a certain capacity for the people? And then we not officially buy the capacity in the year transiting not say not the capacity, no new skills, set skills are what me acquire not the acquire. Nothing like that has happened. Populist policies are at the end of the day, no, the output is zero.
Chama ye bedi NDC mu nkomo kakra ansa no yesane ababa ni mu biem enkomo ene na mfom a yeso yati bie ene se moye biometric registration e wo party ni mu no wo influence ye because now wonim se ye rase edu nkati abekọ test
biometric registration na ba na biometric registration yenye biometric registration bia
yeah and afa na mo beye
your registration process no ongoing.
okay
You go so yeah.
Influence.
I'm not even in charge because as national chairman, I'm not part of the team on registration.
Okay.
Team on registration is now under the general secretary and in the team on the registration. National chairman means some be and now call a structure na at the regional level, no, the regional secretaries, the regional organizers, and the regional treasurers, no, and they are responsible for the exercise towards the registration of members in Munadi now. Oko constituencies was our net here. The national chairman, meaning some was our process. A ongoing process. A binum aye won't a binum guso. The whole of last week, I was of a team in the Eastern region. Now, monitor Ejuma Modia and what the show on Sasa Monya. Now, also, I could do a child, say, Ejuma Moya, there was a national team. A core friends in Eastern region, a coherent no more. Where me region, until I decided to go and join them. Now, Miss Matime, I follow up. I say, my dear, but I am not involved in the exercise because the exercise is being undertaken by a team. Party na Kasajiatum, a constitution, Najiatum say registration of members, no, a organizer for any secretary for, and the instance is Kajie. Ewumuntino treasures no so account and no more in the year they say at the level of as a national chairman the woman meet me akose my main corner main ko hese djumade no say na ekoso enti exercise obiaye involved are all national officers what say we meet me come monitor ni je omu nyina akwan ma obi akọ field no ko hese na de ahye enkrofo no nsa no region for no monitor constituencies for no constituency for the monitor branch no and a national so kwa no makodwen region no e bi ho a no one move to the constituency na ko hese jumadi no e koswa na nti we are doing it in a very transparent and an inclusive manner so na be ya jumadi no betimi ayi because ye nyina hu say party no betimi and win election na bibi ayi bia no see ye self interest e film na ehwe kwan be fa so e be ya e betimi amma ye nya botai nti a ye de yes ade no.
But over contest be.
Well, your process nothing you started. You started with the branch. You are a Beko constituency. Your timetable say they are two.
Yeah.
Say your branches here could see be a third week in August. September we be a friend is saying constituency elections. October we be regional elections. November we be national elections. That will be now Jesus Christ. Canon some no. And Uncle for corner chinko bisa na say woni agenkwa na na ase ye for friend and no catch say mo kwa mo kan kire won say mo buy mo hu say any frefo ani ebie abubuafo nante won mo a friend say ya for no mu nso no won mo nya fa ho di afiri om no mu fam enti no if that is anything to go by and let us say ni agenkwa no be ye no eno na ekoso enti no say obi hu say 2018 Ebra ye party be shemensa na madi mi team anim no won be ye adwuma no na NDC akọ election 2016 Emma ye de nkugu by about 1 million votes plus Emma ye lose about 53 seats na chese wo hwa ba bia na party no na enhyeda nya akọ se obi betu mirika kase okwa akosom but ye mu bi de akokodro ekosom mu se ye be mu adwuma ye koye mu adwuma no in less than 2 years, I the party no election in December 7th. No, it me more modern say the CISA na war parliament na 106 no. Ya de abedu 137. I say enye bibi esisi ya ma ye wo court anke bia ba bi ti say sehwe so takwa nsoye mu esikado ketam tachiman south ene other constituencies bia zapzugu ene ni nyina wo court no and GDC which means about 4 about 137 no. I'm absolute majority in parliament. Nevertheless, yetimi from opposition abomodin amayewo bibia protocol and friend hang parliament say parliament e wonu yenhye da ni nipa dodo ni paketwa and yenya hang parliament. For the first time under the history of the 1992 constitution, yenya speaker of parliament enya na aban na wo from opposition party. Yetimi speaker of parliament. In America say so obi ba bebi samianka sam buana na me be man say obe contest bi wa me ka chen say okwa ha chen say mo de 2 minutes share me nsa no matimi apagya party no akosoro ama ene ekuta hang parliament matimi aboa ama party no ene ye was speaker of parliament matimi aboa ama party no ye popular votes ayenya no 2016 no from 4.8 no yetimi move no to 6.3 million votes ena yetimi aboa ama party nankasa afa na ntimo papa fra aye akono enti se wo hwe sa niam we no nyina de a na ne be kan se adwumapa anasa adwumasi eni akatua na we se bomodin se the ultimate no e politics mu nyina se obenya political power enti ni America nyina no eventually no Supreme Court adaroma eni niam e be ba mu enti no we couldn't get the ultimate say you betimi form the next government. By a GD with the kind of work I hear no, any the mismanagement, any deception, any disappointment, MPP for the bagana mamuma. I must say, ubia abamabu ewo MPP abamuno. All what we need, ne say, you bet me a jumakakra, ede aka near year no home. Na baby a enema bi anto 2 years ni etime ede to 2 years. Now you a court contest election no. Now you win 2024 elections. Now you form government. Now and the power a war you so when your political power I dream probably it will continue to remain in your head because you will not get the opportunity to implement it. It's only when we win political power. Now political power no be win here. A political party and a vehicle. It will be winning political power. And now Juma no so yayache I mean say na odi kan no yete party in 1992 na me ho na yete party no da bia me ka chen for say if the party was formed in 1992 na say 1993 me be ye DC ya na was so who say I was there when it was started and na ye dey form about parliament so ye be che o kakro me di 2 terms we do 2 terms of parliament Before Deputy Regional Minister Western Region and Sana 2000 Yelusu Abano Kano we winning me seat about Parliament around that time. Na Satam Yelusu about 2000 no. Na me Satam na trillion yaba PPP ya onam kra na ofro bia kra so medi party na mo bia mpesa obeba sa bre no na I had to sacrifice to become the national organizer whilst I was an MP. And people must not forget, say, I was a sitting member of parliament when I took up the responsibility of a national. I took up the responsibility as a national organizer of the party and combined MP's work with national organizer work. Until I had to work 24 hours. A man for you 12 hours, you know, some year 24 hours. Let me satisfy my constituents. Let me satisfy party now. The whole country should not say me too cause. That time, no. What's up near the Inya Maya? Now what track up information the Amobia. Yet me a press conference. Now say you printing na me deco new plan station. A teacher Marcas. Omo eko Techima, omo eko Tamale, omo eko Bolga, omo eko Serioso, omo eko Ho, omo eko ansa na de becha no pa no monsaka. Na yet me de ama omo eko radio so near there. That was the difficulty with which we were working. Okay. Open for radio station for here as part from the mayor national organizer, I had to go to almost all radio stations. Tell me, no ma query, no ma query, and you made the bedu say, you know, be a more near frame, no ma sanko. That is how you fast on crank, the reorganize a party na. Ekusi said, Yamaya Yaduma, 2008, you didn't win the election, a formal government, because it's in region, where regional minister. After 2 years, and our President Mills, Yamin fan a currency, not Ampofo, Ofosu Ampofo. I have a very difficult decision to take. No, I'm saying decision. President will be taking decision. I also be catcher nipa no take decision. No, I mean in terms of reshuffle. No, I be catcher say we were difficult decision, but I was also boy me take decision. No, I'm saying then as I say, it's in regime. Do buy my house over here, but I need you at the center. And person me you free. Now me do local government. Now be boy me. Now obuam na madwuma yeye mam.
Yes, o reshuffle no na obedi ho nkomo.
Onu me di nkomo. And me ka she nyame adu nyam say President Mills called me and told me in fact edru ba bi kura no na o consult me kura say han na ofo say that is the level of confidence that he had in me and a better local government in so no ye born more than year adwuma within 2 years in local government ye adwuma kase pa. During that 2 years, and elevate, creating about 46 new districts, elevate a number of districts into municipal status. And you born more than day, some of the very programs like Less Dep, and money idea, it me create opportunity, money, probably, yeah, baby, a friend is saying, coastal cleaning, near from Zoil, cleaning beaches. From Axim to Kita, near Nippon, we had more honum, your environmental task force, someone so what, your bomb say through local government, you better empower district assemblies. No? In fact, a year during my tenure as local government minister and assemblyman for in your motorbikes first, a supply motorbikes for all assembly members, both elected and appointees. And you may time also need to migrate the assembly for no free. Civil service, they call local government service. They might be from close act for year, and local government service for also etiom also. There were a lot of initiatives, local government. It me the boy, no, it me a survival you winning a year 2012 elections. No, His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, ebe twa adwuma President Mills so. Enti no eno so party adwuma no nyanto for about 2 years into I wouldn't say reshuffle come. I was no longer the local government minister. But that time I imagine say I will go back to the party and go and support. Until I became a national vice chairman of the party. Again, I'm going to contest the election. And there's another additional responsibility, ma'am, as the director of elections. I'm combining two portfolios. More so around 2014, they call Ghana Port and Harbours Authority. I call a board chairman. And that's all Harbour now who say new port. I will hold no more. And why I'm one of the best ports in Africa. Under my leadership as board chairman, together with my chief executive, Mr. Anamu, and the team, including the building of the International Maritime Hospital. A very useful year. Modern as part of the vision, and no, helipad, crab basis. Nipa no war and Ponoso. One more war, a friend is saying, FPS, no so more year Juma, and I then say, at a rencham be bar, helicopter farmer, Rebia, or don't bus straight from one BBC, International Maritime Hospital, no, don't see baby a helicopter in BC. I system immediately, no, a better transport to patients, no, Edinburgh, now yet me, refer terminal, any Niama Bibri. Almost all the transformation I won't report within that period President John Dramani Mahama and it me a 10 port no run new craze a toy and this animal we and the Okotema port I one of the modern ports. Intibabi Abeko Biahano yet me eja legacy ever hose Juma de shares and yet me yet emani ye. NDC for a day party no. And pursue confidence at the same. I've never believed that we lost the 2020 elections. I've never believed because because you cannot go into an election. Now what me we need is when you now create hang parliament. Now what lose election. Enyama esi wo mu no ebebre wo ho a that is why we went to the court. But you had a situation where the courts had their own ideas and their history. Okay. Yeah, agenda for 2024 no. Supreme Court out of it because I was say you prepare me win election no. So resounding say obi nye say obe contemplate so court to kra no akwa challenge that
say there's this argument say as a NDC for munya vigilant because say your elections biana mu lose a near marketing kiti bi na say ya na ekoso
nya vigilant anka be da na yatimi agin konyo bebre afem people. You see that statement should be looked at contextually. What elections MPP nkonyo mkuta no yaji bebre afri omunsam nti yanya vigilant anka be da na yatimi agin konyo na fo omunsam
you see we say chairman Yera John Mahama former president can say mo challenge ba kwa munya ne say polling agents no do na mo dispatch we no be no mo illiteracy.
Well, relative because true say one of the challenges that we have and they say sisi adwuma yinti ayato hebo ase adwuma pa ne say we have adopted a new strategy and that strategy is to take our time to build our structures very well. Okay. Take our time to get the right people at the right place so that tomorrow there will be no if or any explanation be. Enti yemu bi no mo ho a monti e ka bebre kasa bebre no politics no nya kasa bebre ne de eye politics to be a strategy enti no ye nam fam eye adwuma pa regions bi ho a afie we nko mako regions bi obey 20 times mako region bi 10 times mako region bi obey 8 times we have not rested name executive ye che ye hu ogum we no mokoka I mean, for the first time in the history of this party, Matana party no match. Me who national chairman why na adwin say obi descended to the branches, polling stations. No, only last week here, I visited about 8 constituencies from the eastern region. And I'm no more. Me do baby, say national chairman pa na about branch, any about bishia. And be that you won't be that. Because what? Because tafo achim tafo ya you go share na me say branch for no mo nyina metina ko eponiti even chairing the meeting no kra no me sorry ma branch chairman no and a man na chair meeting no na me man who say yem party na ho odin e wo polling stations no e ho na win election nti mo me for 2 mi no and share sa branch executives no nti papa no sorry no say the national chairman abaha ye share in the region for constituency for national for na me branch chairman and ya friend me say me chair meeting the no who say or the asudie kese aye den aba beto ye so nti no o say yire ho na ye adwuma so that is the way I was see nyina hwe na ye nyina de ehu say election e hu say WhatsApp so tena ne brofo akese na ye church WhatsApp so no hia but election ye win no police station. There were about 40,000 polling stations. Into what the Bomodia said by be out to Abano. Anya ye crown, qua adopt to sa polling station, no qua Nakasa had there. Maybe modern say measure meetings or more so, measure registration, so measure be also election done so drew so and PC be another cocoa be me and a man one more. No quatrasia her say, one better can abano, na ya church when you see a true in any deco. If everybody who cares for the NDC will go and adopt one polling station. So me there, me ntimi ma NDC kura. Sa polling station they may adopt. Na ma say me ye ho adwuma no maboa na ye win election na. If you aggregate polling station results na, eno na ma ye win constituency. With the constituencies no buma, any ma ye win region. With the region no buma, any win national. Into the clarion call they say go back and identify yourself with your polling station. Registration say and say even your branch election say you no ya catch say won to about branch no ma go general election wo. Okay. Because obi o ha not nkran. No akwa general election na ya to aba man branch chairman o ba bi. Na the vote kra ni ba bi a nti da ye beto aba no ono o chairman wo ho no no be no so me koto aba o ba bi. Obeba na na chi. Obeba na na chi asai. enti no yɛse bɔmmɔden say polling station na woyɛ adwuma na woto aba wo hɔ
strategy no new strategy
well ɛno deɛ mekyerɛkyerɛ mu kɛkɛ sɛ me strategy de me meka no wɔ hɔ ba nea meka ne sɛ meka no generally because me sure sɛ wo platform yi so na nea meka no nyinaa ne sɛ election na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛwin no woka sɛ wohwɛ national chairman general secretary ɛne mpanyinfo a de party national nsan kɔnɔm ayɛ adwuma no a ɛsɛ ɔbaakofoɔ werɛ aduru a ɛgu enti nea meka no sɛ obiara mmɔmmɔden sɛ wontimi nya hwee man dis kura no baabi a woto aba yɛ police station there go and adopt the place na boa yɛn na yɛntimi nya adwuma wɔ hɔ yɛntimi ntwe dɔm wɔ hɔ na dɔm a yɛtwe because party no ayɛ akɔnɔ nansa meti hɔ a yɛyɛ nansa unmu sɛ start sɛ yɛyɛ replacement of ID card for old members yɛwie a registration of new members dɔm a egu yɛ so ɛne ɔmo a ɛpere sɛ ɔmo bɛ register no mo yɛ NDC members na nyasam ketewa
deɛ na ama party na yɛ attractive sir
party na yɛ attractive because yɛsɛ wokɔ edwomienu a ɛna wohu ne ɛba ɛna wosoa nsuo ɛna wosoa nsa ɛna wohu ne mu odufa na Ghana fo asoa nsuo asoa nsa ɛna ɔmo hu nti yɛsɛ obiara tena sɛ yɛtena sɛ mankrɔfo yi bamia de adefɛdefɛdeɛ ne adeɛ bɛdada Ghana fo ɛna ɔno no betimi atɛne economy ne ran no betimi ayese ɛna wache CD no ne dollar no de na kɔma IGP ɛno ne ade saa time a wo ba ya President Mahama hand over more na dollar ne about 3.8 to a dollar 3.8 cedis to a dollar see I drew 8 point almost reverse about 8.3 to a dollar see pound na just about less than 5 cedis or there about 4.8 or there about say pound atra 10 cedis nti ubisa say sa economic wizard no ehe no wo e must say or say yeah more besia because Ghana they you just have to tow the roads sika bia obi here bia sika no how ya adwuma Bank of Ghana do nimba bia sika no na akufo do so ya sika so komodi yen oba obema Ghana fo na sika na ete so na wahi you see enti say Ghana fo atanse ahwe hu say enipa bi de o ma no keke na be dada yen na yeso do ano do nwura ebi mo efi say ye ba ye na akufo do betanse odna no promises what kind of basic 88 hospitals. What you make hospital about now is here? You say I can't agenda 111. There be hospital 88 went me and see me. You can on one sanko no sanko to san and no say I feel the 88 you can what to the call 111 to see 111. What the corner check time or cut it so no say within the period of basic 88 in this answer that period no man what me agenda 11 so 111 so I hear what me aye. Say NDC under President John Dramani Mahama. And now ultimate say the wealth of a nation is the health of that nation. It is an idea may invest into health sector. Number more they say, make me see hospitals across the country. A bit me abua ama Ghana for it may yapomodin. If you say a month for wapomodin and a productivity a day, it may cost. Okay, say bribi or not, ya ribi or ne friend Guinea worm. And find yare ne hapa na ewo nkura baby a nipa no edofuo ni adema ye no yare no boma o ntimi nkwafu ye o baby so ne friend black flies or normally river blinders eba no so ni nyina ye dis ye no say be eliminate because who eliminate ya you give the people more healthy life no more dey your moduma enti wo hwe Ghana ha ye wo sisi na wo hwe even health infrastructure ye wa no be say MPP for na kasa no ba ye dey no maye because almost all the regional hospitals say work Ghana ha no no ni na NDC the CEO uko Cape Coast Ntabeton a friend say hospital a NDC the CEO uko Sunyane regional hospital NDC the CEO uko Ho regional hospital and Omaye the teaching hospital and Abeka University no no NDC the CEO uko Tamale teaching hospital the expanded infrastructure and I say the new facelift Tamale teaching hospital NDC uko wa regional hospital NDC uko babia obeko bia abeko oba Accra ha babia otia dan ho na call reach hospital greater Accra regional hospital na call the facilities rich hospital na enkwa edgy nipa timi wura ho uko every modern hospital in anywhere in the world na wura region it is comparative and now workers also announce medical staff paramedics doctors are well trained and they are delivering cutting edge health delivery this hospital now say what is University of Ghana Medical Center President John Dramani Mahama ebo modern say osi and look at the osi not the promote medical tourism because people will be I'm free here I'm called South Africa for medical tourism I'm called South Africa I'm called ayarho honum no mo tuasika I'm a South Africa government no mo do nyanti yes adan yenti bi wo ha and na yes sa University of Ghana Medical Center a state of the art hospital bibia wom bibia adibia ohia no any other advanced hospital bia wo wiase ba bia no ebi wo ha no omo ba ye kwa omo bia na nsan omo so omo be second phase hospital yes here we are health minister no omo nyinya covid ni ade nyina omo so omo koye ho no omo ko give vacation so omo ko rest no ho no omo ko je omo ayarehwe ye hu say entrance of the hospital no ba bia omo ye kakra ni ayi ba bia ho omo so omo ya fe ye commission second phase of that hospital no ya mojo mahama ni ndc kura din say omo no see hospital Usha other district hospitals to say Ga East Hospital and a friend say Dodoa Hospital and several ones Ashanti region near UCC. In fact, even the vision was that the only military hospital war 37 has seen you need be the northern part of the country I will see a new military hospital was severe now who's I told them say doctors call striker police hospital no military hospital omo ko bi nti yenye bi na bibi o na say emergency bibi sa kana enipa on northern sector no matimi access a new military hospital yesi wo Ashanti region Kumasi ho no mu na ade ye mo ni nyina ye niam ye de si ye ni so say ye ne de aboa na Ghana fo atimi anya apomuden ama o kra onso hwato ebi kra ye sha se ye anwie no almost 6 years into Nana Akufo-Addo ne governance mu no ontimi wie o kai say ukọ Kumawu ukọ Ifomena ukọ baby ti say Abetifi na nsan ye koye Easter e na Abetifi he to nsan frɛ say wadi mfi aduasa e wa akonwa so nti o celebrating to nsan frɛ former president Mahama ene ye mu bi no se yemra na ye meboa no na oni saa afahye kese no ye koye no sa Abetifi district hospital na the same style as Dodowa hospital ya fe wo ho no musi unu sa ka hye wiram emenne awo ne akyereben ne aprembre ne nkusie ne ni ade na egu ho no na sa bi wa nya bibi am wa ase abo no kro no kwa u constituencies mo nyina ato aba MPP na NDCC ye isi hospital na se fofi antwata na ye free abanso a 6 years nkana na di ne 30th anniversary kura no ena nka ban no wie ma no kwa no ko bie no ma no de celebrate ya na nka ye enu nti na Akufo-Addo ko no se no hye kwa hu ampo afasha no kura wa ma bi ena na o hye ba bi se dinner dance bi na okọ wo ho se den but ye ko ye ene ko hye na no mbo se nyame boa na so mo nto aso ne ye ba beto aso Kumawu MPP stronghold ye shase say yes had the same district hospital be and that's so she wire mo nwie for me na there na me so mato aso but after now it has not been open. Several of these hospitals are dotted around the country yentimi enya ho hwe sa niam we no mo so no na ye betimi agina so na Ghana fo hu say aban mienu aba no party mienu aba no han no ye ose ade yo NDC ose ade yo ye ka say e be bibia ye NMPP so do mano enesi you say they build castles in the air. Omodo mano enesisi ye beyewe ade che no mo beto ato asa afe no beso beba no na kwasi kozo na ogina nkwantia na yeda so ejina ba bia ejina enti I am very sure say Ghana for aswansa eno mo hu ne mu odufa and in going into the 2024 elections no records no ewo ho ye Nana Akufo-Addo ne 8 years kra no John Mahama 4 years. Mahama was 4 years because or court answer. Even say 3 years 8 months no. bit with the sa 8 years 8 months na nkasa no the a compare na Akufo-Addo the 8 years we can still convince Ghanaians to say John Mahama and the NDC did better with that short period of time at the man same time at the man.
But Chama at the end I'm obey a party and be attractive in Ashanti region because Ampofo say Ashanti region dear mo ye den mo yo mo den I'm a party agency look from police station cry say been cry before.
Well, we are addressing those issues. And to be say, in our scheme of things, you are setting aside Ashanti and Eastern region.
Okay.
And when you are about to Ukraine, Ashanti and Eastern, you are actually because other 14 regions in now. Nafi, the dominant in Ashanti region, Eastern region. They are Timia Papa. Now, you're addressing those challenges, no bottlenecks. Okay. We are dealing with those situations. But as to how we are dealing with it, no there. Mint na self-feeding so anchor because strategy. I can say we don't discuss our strategy, but you true say you now bound to realization say we need to approach Ashanti region and Eastern region differently. And including our people in Ashanti region themselves, the key stakeholders in Ajatum say a new approach ought to be adopted. Okay. And exactly that is what we are doing.
Okay. Yeah, that's why NDC political party no more. Yeah, baba governance no more kakra, but because the party in common yedin ya be ko more. Enra ye kwesi da. Yehu say events so was 95.1 abane koku anyu do hokoye ne de NDC as a political party ekoye monso mo de na ehu hia was sanchichemu ni mu because President Mills a statesman or your manager pade nti sanchichemu na ba nra no na ka ehu hia.
Well, yeah, as a party there, yeah, the President John Evans Mills need that or the free money. Yeah, they account a calendar of activities. Say afie bia ye be ye enkaye som e de amano. Okay. Enti film no wu ye be sin ne. Eniama mienu ne ye ne annual memorial lectures. Em say ye Gimpa and University of Cape Coast. 95.1 e kabum e supporto party no. Na ye no po ye sheda nya ne party activity ankasa nti ya yes ade na afi bia ye nti emfie du we no de ye ya dwen say ye behwe no ya celebrate ni emu ano na anuanum bi a omo asom no na abusuafo no kodidi nkita ho a say no after 10 years no omo feel say omo TV bi e friend no heritage no be handle ne fan say heritage and say ne dwumadi obeye to ho no ye benya nipa bi e bebo ho ban no matimi atoto no ma hyehyehye ne ma say ne be ya obe remain forever in the hearts and minds of people. Nti no omo kote ye Atamils Heritage Foundation Emma Ebia no ewo University of Ghana Emma yewura kwame pianim ebe kasa wo fefe ampanyufo no omo ye say wo hwe Professor Mills na kasa na the governance system no okati across partisan lines the nkrofo bebre ba na ban mu no be ye adwumanti no ye hu say sa eku no omo te ye no nipa ne bi efiri MPP ye yewura kwame pianim no togbe afede ono nhyeda mfa no ho nhyɛ party bia mu omo ka ho bi na mpanyifo bi a asom wɔ na ban mu nso no omo nyina keka kan ho bu na de sa mpanyifo nyina no mo de afom sa ɛyɛ eku no eku no yɛ sɛ afiwe no omo bedi 10 years no sonko because 10 years we anim sɛ ɛyɛ obia 10 years udi obi bi ewu na odi 10 years ayɛ sonko since na obedi 8 years na 7 years na 6 years na ade no enti no omo de sa eniama no ɛhyehyɛ so ɛma aban no te sɛ saa de we na epasi ye enti no ye bɔ aban amane na omo nso ɛne ye betimi adi ensawo so wo ho a omo ne yatimi adi no mabɔ enti ye church on kata ne ade nyina ɛkɔma aban no ma omo nso ɛma ye reply until last minute you know na abana
reply mo de my no mo say de on beba
abana indicate say obeba.
Okay.
The casa ban beba na che say president na jitu mu so obeba. Nti ada the president na say bia abedi achiri na beba. Na yete say enu akwa yi de ho so no so ye bibi. Na ye de ni mu say ewiase de ade ba ho no say e wo say yetimi respect culture and tradition. Sabe obi efiri mu a o abusuam nti sabe me wo ha se bibi mi wo ha se ya na me mpengu obi ani ho betimi aba na e be kan sa mo yem frɛ da busuafo na busuafo mbra na o meka na e wo se ye nti no na ye gidi say ya respect culture and tradition dia bibi sise na sa opese wo ya na wo se wo ye na se wo na busuafo bi ko di nsa wo so na wo no mo di nkita ho na wa kire won se bia se ni se nti ya dwumadi bia ye di bia no e wo party no mu no ye na abusuafo no e na edi ye mo mote ba fi so na ye bibia yitimi ko Cape Coast so me kai last year ye nya me bo na mo di party anim e me ko Professor Mons fie e ko sra na abusuafo no mu ko di nkita ho ne ade bibia ye bia ye no mo na ye nya me ncha de nso no ni nua ketwa ye Samia Tamils nso e ye MP a ogina party na mu ewo dina eye commander constituency ho nti bia na ebe ya ene no edi nkita ho na ye no mu nyina abusua na nyina adwen asai nti bibia no ye kwati abusua nti no na ye gidi se aban no pese oye bibi na se ode hye papa na no onyama the first thing they say was o ma abusua fo asote na to so mi no so se on se prosperous no so no ono so da party and on the Obesun party, no, or be a flag bearer, some be a president of Ghana, and I know representing NDC. You know, be omoye be no sanka, omonde yentimi eding in South so. Nanka, Sadi we sin, Kenny na ye no fair ba hwa, and ke bit me aboa, aman. But near tea and say, you know, when you do host on so akote, an institute to be at a most institute, into on also yen idea, a banner involved ye. Omni anka ho hwe so ne coastal development authority bi e no mo ya o party ni nka ho abusuafo nka ho nti ye de ye program ye kwaye na program ya hwehwa to ho for the past 10 years no afi bia ye nso no me hu say aban na ba ye bibi separately from what we've been doing nti our expectation is say sankamfie do we no mo ye bibi no mpese mo de asiesie ho a nanka wosan ko mo na etimi di nkita ho ne but they didn't do that nti ye de me pese me argument bia na ye ne say nra no in program ya hyehyɛ as a party no etimi ko ye de fefefe ye ne abusuafo ye ne na sori o companyfo ye no nyina ko hia ye ema yakwa akoye ye MPs e wo ho ye former appointees o mo a esom no emro ye president ene o mo esom na akiri o mo esom party no emra na o ye vice president under President Rollins, nyina by almost about 4 chief of staffs or myself. Omune Samus ye Juma, you were a friend saying Nana Atudazi, and Martin Newman, and a friend saying Prosper Bunny, and Julius Debra, nyina former ministers, former appointees, former chief executives. Nyina party fo asom nyina ye nyina behia ye no fefefe e de hye Professor Musa no nyam enti
mo invite former first lady.
Yes, you invite nti ono enra no oma ye MP a owo a friend say ye Dadekotokpo ye honorable Rita Odole Soa and the begina former first lady anemu
and
me say obegina na namu nti no me explain just me explain but she was being represented by the MP for Dadekotokpo Onua Rita Odole Soa.
Okay, away from there, outside, money ni di nkomo ne tibia mu ti say.
Oh, yeah, nene di nkomo. Obi personal life, nene personal idea. That's it. Obi, and you be an person you will discuss the private life. Say when you say a private person, you can't discuss her private life on there.
Okay.
Nti no de yam fancy hwa.
Medaso ene yera chairman Ofosu Ampofo da NDC amanyukuo no ano na edi enkomo yedaso aye wo NDC amanyukuo no mu wo mu a 2020 elections etuo keka wo mu omu ye ni nyina no maka say 90% of them mo supporters ebesi nne omunya justice party no munya hwe I know say yera okuje tabla kwa Isaac Azikadongo na dafia mekpo omo de asem no ko shrage say shrage emram but party no so den na moye because I say asem ni see no mo ko ho techiman for instance any abusuafo no kodi nkomo mo mo sika kakra and that is it
Party no edi ho akotin bebre through your MPs through your CC America say your legal team eno ewo court omo de ensem no bi kura court omo ka ho asem ya throw petitions ya throw even petitions beyond Ghana at the Commonwealth and the United Nations so many ade nyina feel say nipa no abane no mo ani because ya kum wo kwa abaside no there's no justice for it. It is something that we are fighting for. And Mejidi said the wheel of justice grinds slowly, but it will still come to pass. And you know, and the party no je actually did that. You guswa baby or CFBia both legal and political means bia you guswa ye ho adwuma. And na Mejidi said those people deserve justice. And however long it takes, no, Mejidi said NDC one day will come and make sure that justice is given to those people because ultimately this is the first time.
So until NDC assumes power, omunya justice.
Well, we believe that we continue to pursue their cause for them. And I say the wheel of justice is grinding slowly, but we have not given up on them. You use all other means. Makato say even within the international arena, no, we are pushing that justice will be served. I mean, when we say every bit Ghana phobia enya to Renchem or Gambia. President Mahama at that time until he was a minority spokesperson on foreign affairs. At long last, they got justice for those 40 Ghanaians who were murdered in Gambia. And it must seem long because the government is not showing sensitivity. Nana Akufo-Addo not showing sensitivity to those people who were killed by armed security agents because from 1992. He knew baby a kind about did life ammunitions at the to nipa. Some people that if you are crying here, Blokma Central, catch be who honum, Tachima, ebi wuye, ebi wo do, ebi wo Savlugu, ebi wo President Tachima South, and money idea. We are still pursuing the cause of justice for them. And I believe, sir, we will not relent in that effort.
Okay. And you're not mentioning the many bedroom which you say.
Both political and then legal, you
okay. Mesumi di many ebedi actually because asem no many di actually I learned say interior minister is it Ambrosary right? Yeah, if my memory will set me right. Ebeka say omati committee a wo mo kohwehwe asem no enti besi ne ne yente hwe party no so me hu se mu ye bibi enti na ehu hia se ebisa se mu a party ne de mu ho do kotu di akira na mu kohia
yenya om kwa they know say yenya om both them and those who suffered under the aya also was were gone. A friend say by election in you go so a pursue case at the amount.
Onua FM 95.1.
Chama Ofosu Ampofo na migusu amne ka say ma me fankra we emma na mentu ankomo no eso network for societal transformation me ka cho say nyame yadom on the 6th of August Saturday wamo dwumadi asrunku bi hu hia se wo ye Ghana ni na se wutifie wo nya hwe yado hu ebeshim na registration no 180 Ghana cedis wo register ye be multi TV and DSTV installation solar panel installation afebai digester CCTV camera installation, car and motor tracking device, 3D opposing, liquid soap, floor cleaner, bar soap, alata semina shower gel, brown sugar, cake bread, organic fertilizer, and organic weedicides. Nina ya carbon niya trom. 6 August, 180 Ghana cedis. Now, what's me a participate, Miss Row, but modern set would do who be sure we could see and San Juma Cassia and when you number over to me, Aracho Mosso, 0271 399 862 0271 399 862 and 0572 474 093 na one more enkasa mame enyumrefa ho ehyem na ebeboa ankasa chairman mababak party na asem wona meko no question bi be Tommy Tim na person bisa me 12 am bisa but obeye local government minister ade baako a edi yenya besi ne waste collections. I don't need to miss a ball and free and crying regional capitals no do drama economy fees. A young idea and your problem, then a challenge, you know.
Well, maybe idea was said you said one of the responsibility and Metropolitan Municipal in these assemblies want to say on be engaging in effective waste collection system because one of their mandates under the Local Government Act. Now, sa Jumadie no, and Edru Babia, and say, what the two assembly no kwanswa, or more intimidation, or go into what we call public-private partnership, or partner with other private companies. And me kai say, during my tenure as a local government minister, now there and they say you who say a lot of the environmental service providers, no, and said that any akande na omo de yes adwuma no. Nti to de bia wo de omo to side districts near there na obehwe no no mu ni ho akande. Nti no I led a team together with the parliamentary team ME China ME negotiate a loan facility for Zoom Lion Ghana Limited. The essence of it, they say, we form be a friend Zoom Alliance.
Okay.
Now, other small environmental service providers, we loan some of the equipment into them. Okay. On work and pay basis, and every year, we spread them. Independent na enquire about home for Jumana, a bidum na do home bishop. As far as I'm concerned, during my tenure as local government minister, now you need so much challenges with waste collection. You adopt a number of clean-up campaign. You adopt a number of sensitization programs. You wait me sensitize Ghana for near Doma. Who call back now? Hear videos near the who say I was not an armchair local government minister. I was going around the whole country. I was entering into the gutters. And woman leadership by example. Chesson Ebeya or Monfo Nadu or Humbeshim. Now what me a day a friend is saying cleaning consciousness nankasano ababeshe yetri mo me who say I was so be at me clean environment in kakra. We have a very clean nation, you know, to stay in. But yenya ya dream say ye be ye fini de gu ba bi na ayo be responsibility. It is a matter of public consciousness and public education continuously. Because the make say nka adia here waste management and anka yensuya from the elementary school. Na nka wona ma na say wodi bibi to school ni akwala ka tro say fasadi we out there to page free from because ya disun ya kire nyina na say and say we later environment no enu ni adesa. Enti those are some of the things. Again, aban we buy no and na obi yi a friend say for instance, sanitation, no, every district assembly, and we create a friend say every local government we create a friend say Ministry of Sanitation. I feel that it's a wrong policy decision because some ma a year sanitation a year part of the core mandate of the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development and assemblies no place a pivotal role now because it's here the sanitation ministry no a centralized ministry. And yet decentralized. It is not devolved into the district. Uko district be a as person uko sanitation ministry, we or district and a region be ni ho. But omajuma nankasa no a decentralized activity. It is even decentralized from the district, further to the town area and zonal councils and unit committee levels. It is a new baby. I was centralizing ministry. It first, a wrong policy option. No, my taking. And no can home and then it's a centralization. Waste collection be a problem. Oko assemblies no come back to say sika kura I was on mode a yes edgemano no more the year collection no money ade no the tuatua o ma o edgemano you don't get the money to pay them now common fund na and also we see you tua na timeously na eko assemblies for no mutimi yi ebinom e provided those services no abako ba bi a common fund 1 year na mai one month ejiji ball and money ade no so once you on the council ono so ne bedu baby on mefa enti that has generated a situation no bedu baby ano na ewira eye den emene ye na bola emene ye ya yehu baby ye mfamfa no enti it is about how much investment and now per se will make it into the area of waste collection and na say no oman bebre wo ho a waste no a material for further processing. It's baby or hobby na waste no more no. Almost the turning into other forms. A binum at the year organic fertilizer. Your time and na ya approve Ajin Kutuku program almost a year fertilizer no. Manure organic fertilizer for farmers. See a twice on year in Biblia. And can now fertilizer and one quite I see Ukraine Tianya fertilizer. And Ghana would have been self-sufficient because they generated a lot of waste. We could have done a number of this across the country. Now can yet me produce higher fertilizer. Now you and fire home or two baby so and to question baby a fertilizer across the country. No, we can't even produce fertilizer for our farmers. And not use fertilizer a home quite tree. I yenya because now a quafono edia yejuma. Bro a home quite tree. Aduane e ho kwatwe enti we trans now bisa say MPP say one of their flagship program planting for food and jobs. What is that planting for food and jobs? Almost see warehouses, almost one district one warehouse. Enti ka sabre no na ka warehouse na yema enti emra to rencham to ye no na wo flow du ne ma kakra fi warehouse no bibia anim and I suspect
Bibia ni warehouse
bibia ni wo pa akona ko warehouse bi so benyum bibi o mu a se bibi wo warehouse no mu a anka na atiwe nkola aduane wo school ayasem Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools CHAS close schools down because omunya aduane mfa man kola ni Eastern region haya only last week me say Super Zonal Sports Festival no mo ye region there mo be ye normal selected teams at the National Festival no Onua cancel because omunya do an farm Mankolan. Until when the Greek minister gets up and he's just running his mouth, say food and planting for food and job I just successful no. Me suspicion partner say no more crab bro no free Ukraine no more de kwa kugu a friend saying warehouse or no more catch uncle for some warehouse na yema now nya ho no more crab fi anka na Ukraine for bro ma I don't think na yenya bro emfa man kokokra momfa enidi poultry farms will be close because they don't have even a friend say feed for their birds and na ye de man kwara kwara didi kra yenya bi kra nidi ane ye de bi koma mo ama na yeyi and that is the situation. It's like there's a complete in fact planting for food and jobs is a complete failure, one of the major policy failure on the part of the MPP government. Okohesi ka omo so matu agu mu a cars on my ton door so say Bruni Nuya Omodia. Now we catch say so call around the country. And as I me call Upper West, Echo Yedmo. Me free her now was me cross from Upper West to Upper East. Into me by road unum send a horn terrain in the city. A horn win now, and then I'm no a Minister for Food and Agriculture, no more the Sambos. In fact, the Sambo our day president, I didn't know, had also say. A Brunei Yama will do because baby I for be when the signboard. The South food planting for food and job. Now they are planting more signposts for his presidency. Say Ubeduya Bru, no do no buy now for 40 minutes. That is why we have food shortage in the country. Okay. But with him, food security is critical. Oman biya no yati we say o ma no mate na say efiri krom ba na say aduane si table so didi no mo ya o ma nya atade anhye krom bo kakoda ba so okom de no mo ntimi na o for no ma ho nto onso ntimi na enti one of the basic necessities in life is physiological needs no mframa wo home aduane a obedi ensu a obenno enti say ye do behwe oman so a wantimi anya hwe ya ma ye kura no ma ye aduane ni because what will it profit a man if everybody has Ghana card in his pocket and has no food on the table? What will it profit Ghanaians if everybody in Ghana has Ghana card in their pockets but there's not food on the table to feed the family, to feed our school children, and I mean, it is a very serious matter. So we have serious challenges with food security. And food security is a national security threat. Apart from that, prices of goods and services, akosruama ene first no anka okuta 1 cedi. Utimi to kokoniko se no. And now we say 5 cedis and they don't know kokoniko se. First, no dokun 50 cedis and 50 pesos and 1 cedi. Now, baby, and the dokun no. That me kwa 3 cedis cry, and now me kwa 3. Almost say 5 cedis. Yes, dokun no. Yes, dokun 5 cedis there craba.
5 cedi and you open me.
Me ko baby say me ko to TZ. Na se no mo si abo ade no. Say o paja, wa ho betimi amene.
Oh. TZ the chama person did to us afena me ya. And you're trying to be a 6 cedi and 10 cedi.
So,
out of 5 cedi, I will make.
Inti, acquire that drink a sea pa at the amount for say, I want to have a talk Ghana for so. I know she. But I want to win on bar. Now we're leader, now we are mine, now we're mine. Speak to your nation, speak to them, and calm them. Don't run away from responsibility. In all these challenging situations here from one and say Odifo and as a buffo be fisru say Michael and as a Gabriel and as a buffo kese na wo esro ho no no ebia pie be ka kire me say ye beto petrol 1 gallon 60 cedis agamenyini enne sika na ye de to 1 gallon of petrol no and then Nana Akufo-Addo, one bottle, beer bottle of petrol. Now, some people come about we catch them say, I reduce beer bottle, not reduce. Conca yako. Say, I do vortic here. Me could say, I don't do. I can't do Fanta bottle. Can you imagine some? Look, it is so difficult. Who beside I say, teacher for, and a friend says police for. Soldier for, nurse for, doctors. And now the car could see no more. Me car, me use a 4-wheel drive. First, no, none can be failing no. Be 900 Ghana cedis. Na failing me tank. Na kwa ni kudu 1,001. Na kwa ni kudu. Na nse me di ko si hwa. And na me kuta 1,500 na me so mo fail tank ni wi. On den so mo wi, mo fail tank na 1,500, 1,750 something. Now me could only 1,500. Not just say, and we say I come. Lucky, and they say. Lucky, and they say, no me could a card. Visa card, no me send there. Monji we na monti we some free visa card. And yes, sir. And cover it na ya chuma boss. Ya chuma boss say, ya feel me thank you no. That is the state in which we find ourselves. And this sabre you do stage say now. They expect say first of all no government no be sure sensitivity. Oh, I've been giving solutions. The last time I was Empire FM, because say look, one of the things that the government must do very quickly is to restore the railway lines between Tema and Accra and then Nsawam and Accra. You can go and play back. Say the government is lazy. And they are not thinking. They are sleeping on the job. Otherwise, at least some railway line, what money I cry here, Juma Krana, ebetimi take traffic ni bebree dey free ho e man crofo ho atom afi ubetimi a import higher occupancy buses. You can immediately start turning into electrical buses. No one start to say would the friends and electronic vehicles, any electronic infrastructure, no electrical cars no buy. I was so to electrical stations are on the recharge on batteries. You need to start putting those things in place to address Ghanaians. Say, may you be for you increase and improve public transport, both at the private sector and public sector. So wait me aboa, and then the best who can say, and then you bet me any efficient public transport system between Accra Tema, where national service for. I say more 550. Petrol boakos, lorry fare boakos in multiples. And two market yaso. How do they survive? Students at school, or secondary school, my tertiary, or my school legal, my UPSC, or my other tertiary institution, Accra Technical University, Accra College of Education, or my West African Secondary School, or Motanaka, Munmunia, they students. How are they surviving? Yet Germany and say, I say, 1 more year card, we say, put your 9 euros, with me there for buses. The government can do this. They can even give some coupons. Yeah, they must say national service for. We are implementing national service for teachers, nurses, civil servants. So many are there. No, yentime mamo, yen design card be mamo say. If you have 100 Ghana cedis for the whole month, no, would be for car, would be able to be out the chair over for public transport. Now, these are the initiatives that you can take for the people to think that you are thinking about them and you are showing empathy into what dream one near to them. The second thing is to say, we best start to say, we convoy crowd now what they call baby, because nothing prevents the president from reducing his 60 vehicle convoy to maybe 20 or 15. Bibia and see President Kwanso Bekatre Ghana for say, it's answer petrol boy didn't know Akonya na ono kwamato 4-wheel drive by kwamana. Me did not quanto air conditioner car na me kwada Akonya no so kwada car ba kum ma kwa ko yesi ho no no kwada Akonya no me mfa nkobio me duru ba bia sana metimi tu kwa brochure me mfa makonwa nko no se meja Akonya na si ho na fuel na Akonya no kwa ahye do mama Ghana for who say petrol boy didn't me mfa Akonya no nsika mbio enti region bia meko bia no omo de omo mpe makonya nsi omo me na me fa emergency because sa 1 hour ne 30 minutes na me ko di baby no mantena sa akonya no so a ewi ase ma na wi abane betimi akase sa me hwe me ministries na me hwe realignment. I have told you that the Ministry of Environment, the Ministry of Sanitation like this can be subsumed into the local government ministry. Until there are a number of ministries, I'll bet me aba. I mean, buy aviation ministry, railway ministry, nina under transport. One minister, oba keke, oba na no handle. Emma mienu, Jifa Tivo, may her soul rest in peace. Ene Joyce Bar Montari, Emma mienu ne handle. Sa one ministry na aviation, no money railway, no money adi na shase. Eno mo de ye adwuma ma, wo hwe ne mo ye port expansion, harbor. New airport terminal 3 Tamale 1 ye Kumasi airport ene whole airport for mo see ye ene niam mo ye gina e ma mienu yo ena sa ministries sa agencies in national mase no mo ye oduma aban we ba no better tv ye aviation ye railway ye uti railway ministry railways are here o my way say you could have brought the railway ministry under the transport ministry and get a secretariat functioning to take care of the railway ministry. And what you could see port. Also, could see port, Keta Port. Keta Port, what a director general in charge of the Keta Port. It you as a full director general. Ne car or them, ne fuel or use, na accommodation, ne bibia, oko Keta Honoma, a containers, 40-footer containers, by in Sions and what tribune the CC. After now, you are Director General of Keta Port, NECA, to take care of that containers now. Empty containers near the Keta Port, somebody no one is you are Director General NECA. You can save Ghanaians from this. You have close to about 1,000 plus, a friend saying, presidential staffers. You can cut down the numbers. You can cut down the number of your ministers. Normally, are all those, you could do those things. Now, what they are saying, for say, send your man no corner and watch in the once who ye be now watch around say, you are very responsive and a government that feels for the people and that is sensitive to the plight of the ordinary Ghanaians.
Okay, Chairman, your time no best answer question with me, Miss Sao. I don't know political parties. Member says NDC, NPP, and now Fourth Republic, Modi Swa. I said, Muntimin create sustainable jobs. And you money na a tempera. It has a binary free power pay automatically. Nasa policy the no good.
They create sustainable jobs. In fact, so share NDC, Atwabo gas plant IBC value chain na a woman I created hundreds of thousands of jobs permanent jobs in the value chain. Maybe a gas number only the first 95.1 the West Africa gas pipeline. Nigeria for a bow no bufu no say o mato gas na ye ho akire wa and na ye bi sa adwuma na keke. Do you know the number of people that is employed? MPP by they have even increased the number of people. Wouldn't say airport expansion ye wo ha no. Wouldn't nipa form nipa mo nya adwuma wo. Thermoport expanded expansion of Thermoport. Do you know how many jobs it has created for the people?
So the youth are
Please, I'm just answering your question. So that you see the difference between NAPCO and the Obi Awakosi port. No expand the port, no. No abua ama elipa anya adwuma. Hospitals say see regional hospitals say see University of Ghana Medical Center, Corrich Hospital, na kohwe nurses, laboratory technicians, physiotherapists, doctors, trained wo honum anopa awiana oko no hu nipa ekwa sustainable job is what we have created. Enya honko University of Ghana Medical Center. The America trust say all the even e-blocks now President Mahama Bayo see e-block will be a wusia funding for 1,500 students. How many teachers now also found? Have you not created permanent jobs there? Administrative staff for those senior high schools. Matron for Onua aduane ama anyone more one more school no security for drivers any one more omo ye adwuma ho one more environment adodo ho ne ade nyina. Put all of them together and look at the number of permanent and sustainable jobs that you have created. Enti se we invest in infrastructure. We invest in infrastructure. Look, cycle interchange. Unim traffic adesi wo. Ebi no bitimi di cycle honoma traffic mo be 2 hours. Na ote taxi mu na wafa obi. Oji nipa be 50 Ghana cedis. Obi we na ne fu nyina asa. Yes, our interchange is not traffic in the hobby. Do you know what you have done? That taxi driver no takes less than 5 minutes to do the job and original 30 minutes to 1 hour no original traffic. You are putting money into the pocket of that person because you are increasing productivity. And in a person may catch you say you cannot compare your intervention as a party. In terms of social infrastructure, yes, education infrastructure, health infrastructure, road infrastructure. And no I create permanent job among Krofua and no more that's what a year Juma. That is a far cry from what Baby General said me planting for food and jobs. Ukona could be say sustainable jobs ben I create here. You can't find it. What's me a napco? Sustainable jobs ben I create here. Wow, basa fe de September you napco because it is not sustainable. But so what to me yes systematically say oba ye near a friend of social infrastructure. No we see permanent infrastructure a bit me a be a juma na hospital or staff any juma ye na what me a creating roads na more drivers or put you on the road no what me a juma na what me a creating see emra ye expanded airports ye domestic flights unim enipa dodo a anka pilots ahinanka Ghana omo ke ni pilots wa but because our juma passion juma intino more pilots are working almost running shift at the chimbia na ebi koha airport no so ko adwuma no ebinom ye omo de ebinom kra ye private sector for no so eba ho no so establish ho enti no fire to MPP ho na hu say ye de ni ayaye no ya create a lot of permanent and sustainable jobs for people as a result of the thinking that went into the infrastructure development. KJT market na ko KJT market is here. Kona ko ni pa and na omo ye adwuma permanently omo ye adwuma anka omo ye adwuma anya.
Okay, chairman, Ghana beyond aid, possible?
Send that on Zoom.
Oh.
Anawonim. Ghana beyond aid is yamutu. Because the purpose of Ghana beyond aid, they say, we will not rely on foreign loans and grants for survival. By your best yankasa, send a bit me use your own resources. Abano Casano. Bob Bessia say about the history of this country. And your COVID as and before COVID, but not be no about we buy any finance minister anymore, and they said there be our bond. Because you bond wa, because you bond wa, because you bond wa, and what you bond na bond yes see any yet. And no man can say 750 million because homogeneous improve amount win our casca. Because omaje bond na bond Ghana see a bond yen MIG ho they are not growing the economy and one bobisiana and interest rate and amortization once say no ye tua enu nti no ye sika bia ye revenue no ye nyina de ye tua e kai de na ye ntimi invest some of them in the productive sector of the economy and the economy is stagnating. And the Jumani Honda BB. Everything has come to a standstill in this country. In fact, Ghana is on autopilot. What done Nigeria? That's how they chia. Na see the no dollar and baby ebekwa ko do no. U piano pa. Ghana nkwa na piano pa ko to fuela. And as ko to ade ko bisa ne boa no pa. So when tu aka na say numero so me confess ka ba obeba na ne boa na sesa. That is the erratic nature of our economy say here. Yetimu say. And don't you know I mean, they have completely lost track. They have lost their way. They have no clue as to how to address the economic challenges, the socioeconomic challenges facing this country. And they have lost their way. And IMF come yenim policy options on Modeko. Yenim alternative plans on Modeko. Yenim ne. Man amoba na mo say, I mean, how can a minister for rules get up one day policy ya de emra anaye e de akọ parliament ni ye act of parliament and no netimi determine road tolls and how much we should toll our roads na minister no sorry dakwa na by fiat no actually say ma gu road tolls without due regard to the law. And that minister one day he will face the music because he has caused financial loss to the country. And then one so call no say oh and then call na no say Ubia wrote to Mechum. Are we in an autocratic environment? Are we in a banana republic where no law works? Now all of a sudden, with him, Rose no be brave wa ye Ghana hanuma ye no on BOT principles. What the BOT I say? Build, operate, and transfer. Ye binum on PPP, public-private partnership. I will say, may ye a quine way, number two quine no. Me be about 10 years and the betu. Me too, quana me jiji me too, so yeah, it revert back to the state. I mean, the port expansion program na ye ne a friend say a company na a wo say no. That is the way we went about it. At the end of about 20 years or thereabout, no, port now MPS, the port reversed to Ghana. Yeah, dear. Entino Rose Bebre wa to no was no a agreement, Bessia Koji agreement, and they say those roads are going to be toll roads, and that we are going to use the tolls as part of the repayment period of the loan. You get up one day by fiat, we say. My jai, ujaya no krano. One of the things they say, yakofa people with disability. Sabi, one more eni adwuma ye ene ya ye tattoo boots ni de amount some de montinam na mo monyi atuwe na monsa enkomo no ade achi ya esi mo adwuma ba montim nsori nko do you know what they are going through eya from no bisa no mon kan chiro enenne wo de wa no keke ene wa yi two boot afro because mo ba ka share yen say e-levy best of problem bia e-levy ba obi abenya adwuma ye e-levy ba teacher for akatu abekọ through e-levy ba I mean, yakwa nyina be ye e-levy ba akuafo benya fertilizer free e-levy became a panacea. You can say be a panacea. Let's just say a solve problems in na and e-levy and na yajijia and na baba boy ebu. You can say in policy making. Me, I'm a policy person. My governance I do actually. Me a policy person. Meaning say in policy making, I dey back one a critical ingredient in policy making. A stakeholder engagement. So person your policy be engage the stakeholders. When say Ministry of Education kofa curriculum be by omni teacher for krankasa. Omni headmasters krankasa and almost omni be implementation. What say ejigu ye. Enti policy be kofa no. One more I know more your policy near from stakeholders. Consult them. One for my dream bra. No mun nan kan mo be wie no ube hu say policy no omo de o madwen ba munti no they will accept the policy as part of them because they were part and parcel of it.
Chama me what last question ba ma me call phone lines no so emra me bisa wa no pena e say yapon eniti don reach you me the phone number no at so Facebook live no eso chama fa 0550582982 0550582982 Mr. Oba no aye no paso na yeti obi foforo so etimi ababi na yetimi akoye ni manti don no betimi ede phone line no at Facebook live no so say be omo wo Facebook no enso pese omo efre bi omo timi afre ye number ye didi djuma no eye 0550582982. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, baby. Afre be free na me too.
Your friend Richard, make us a friend someone. Well, to be frank, ya lusu we pass ya maintaining Mahama our party. Ya maintaining Mahama our state because the way me try my juma me ya a brand new brepa one. Make us say young phone be breed, you me voice into me. But because of my juma, it means me I end disclosing me. Ya brepa papa. Yeah, especially in Samoa. Yeah, papa. It's a bomb fire say, Yankopon Koma, no maintaining Mahama, no some media idea. Now, Yahunto and Kakra, because Mahama near Jampa, Madamasi.
Mesobeda says 0550582982. Send ya we buy ya wa bonne payment ya je ho pa. Na say ofo front so atimi enyam wura. Good evening.
Good evening.
What any baby afre be free ma oneso kakra bi ma me wadaroma.
Very lucky prince.
Mami tio.
Make us free Kaneshi. That honorable no asi na Omaya de.
Onua FM 95.1.
Me can say ono onye obebulu na Ghana mpani family ngo se omo opposition omo kasa yi pa. Omba bema no mo se ni ma. Da na shi. Aya de me de ni kakra. Ni yi pa. Ole se malusu na yi ni contact. Ni pa ni si ada ba fon so de edin komo bibi. Na asa me kan say me de masam de bia me free program me kan say kana for e mabunu. Titu ya nyine ho. Na ye mpe obi a owo nyuma wo man we sim wo di de nyuma bebrebe ni for man nse nsa. Na onko so me bi nyuma bebrebe. Na omo ombe kuskunu mo wan kuskunu yet me bia ye o menyimu.
Onua FM 95.1.
Ya de ma omo so mo bi nyuma. So enyo enyuma wo menyimu a timemu ni be ni bia ye. Ise unyeska editu kwa manane. Na visa ni yi say print ticket. Any easy. Minu pa do met me bogana hansa no metime etukwan. Ni say yama ya adwene enko ni resa enko fo bi. Kende Japan Indium friend say despite no kenofrata mo mpanyfuru friend say
Ada kero funa to abo nu ho ana.
Oh, ananka. Ah, yes, sir. Yeah, Mr. Pacho.
Mate me da se mo bi mra bi me da se. Hey. Na wa ba kan dia wi afa o si eh. Ase wa plan it. Ya be fa di pa mi ensa se be chama wa bre pa enwumre ma stress. Good evening.
Good evening.
Ni baby afra be free.
From Uncle Boom, the first boy.
Mami tio.
You, the chairman, I say. Hello, dear. The beer I bump a good mom of NDC. Buy a big, to buy a big. A bump I say, of a mama or day, and then quite soon. Even as you have what a year, Madame de Bofatino, 2024. It's me our power. Come on.
Meda se papa. Me pede say ya tew na say obi foforo nso etimi abo edi ewremu na obi atomi ayampia wo Facebook no asia eno nko na mekan because wa kana dwa chempa manage ho. Good evening.
Good evening.
Odi ni baby afre me free na binti o.
But you have to talk. Hello.
Who frame me free?
If you acho.
Onua FM 95.1.
No so kakra bitimi kan say. That time I say pa. And then some work. Yes, that time I said my comedy to them say. Omuma omwenin ko grounds. Grounds kura down kura. Ya ye kasa omumu ye no. Ma oma dinin ko. You see me ye kaipem. The work grounds mimi wo nwa me branch wo nwa. Against amomo. Ko side na me wo. Ako loko e ba ho side. Why you fast for you to up no? Easy kura. Wo so mo mobile no wo mriye. Nti ya wo down no omo ma dinin mra down no omo fidi yeye. Mo ma grounds omo ne yankasa. Eni me bi kwanyi ya mo mra mpanyimfo no mo mra grounds yankasa. Na mba grounds a mo mpanyimfo no ye mo ntwe nyina mo sabeka. Na mo ma grounds a ye ya wo grounds no. You take the people say 4 5 6. E be group say mpanyin o kwa ya ma ne ni a. Ye betuma ka se ntimi tema na ma. Ba mo mpanyimfo no mo diti mo ye hu say eni me koso a. Ibie no nya mo hwehwe grounds a. Grounds ntimi ma Kaka metumi aka chewo no.
Medase.
Chairman. Ye kaka metumi aka chewo no.
Medase. Ma me fa me last caller ewa ahoma no eso na me ne chairman en wrap it up ewa ha me fa me last caller ewa ahoma no so na Tanjo Alidu ewo Facebook en wa say chairman bacho educate yama me wate na me say or the NDC ni NPP eto ensenia ba akoso ewe emu ye omo nyepe o za akwa aja chem enwumre pa mate wate
ya nyepe no ma church o nti ya nyepe
but chairman time no ekọ so na ba wo say blinke but me kasa meto aso a yentimi enwie are you for Jomahama 2024
ansana ansana me kasa ma me nka asem ba ko ncho ansana ma one of the inyama eye can ofuriata na na akufuado ayede adi o man yewu and they say nipa no mkuta the commanding height of business ewo oman we mo ba say won be gu wom adwuma na o ma se wom adwuma kra me matu kwa ko ba bebre ko hwe pa kwasi ndum the bank I will see every district we ko ba bibia 3 4 5 anye ye kra afa nipa ba 10 about 3,000 people plus no more adwuma bon also your banking cleanup na omo ka ni ade omo bo nyina na 9 billion also was over 20 something billion inti wo de sa 9 billion no kra no besiesie bank no and na wo kofa say wo play share wo play room now the aboa banks no makoso ayo modwuma no mo ye adwuma mo UT bank no ne group indum bank ne uni bank no ne ade na omo timi ayo modwuma over a period of time na eka bi kra ho matete na nkofo timi anya adwuma mu a ankanya ba bia ewo eni sisi. And then you have virtually killed all these entrepreneurs. And now by a banking sector, yeah. Foreigners in the Equita Bank, you. Banks I can see a apps and nominate a friend say a standard chartered money at the end. Omunina Jomsika eco baby. And now you baby, Sikapa free, yeah. telecommunication sector, MTN, no money adi now. The generate sika kese nyina. Nyina ye foreign a year. Wia. You see GDP na ye nya no. GNP no so. Gross national product. No ye yankasa ye de no. Isa. GDP no so. But if I can see na are repatriated outside, gold mines, telecom, any one more bigger here, more generate resource, any revenue be my no. If I can say na GNP na ye, yanka say a gross national product na asa. Intino, it is so painful say yantimi amwa yanka say yankrofo a omkuta omo edwuma ha. Na be good nyina na sebi I mean, if we had given them the opportunity, they would have been somewhere. And they were carrying Ghana from one level to another level. ABA in the banking sector would have been doing better than we are doing now.
Okay. Mami Misa, we are son of Wabame, John Mahamadiano. Intim Winnie, in no be shake you.
I don't know say shake you.
Shake you.
No, I don't.
Intimo.
I don't think I say shake you. I don't think I say shaky. Debbie. No politics. You can't say you can't abin for. Now, Bana be NDC. You quit up party mu. Never be a party. You be drew from opposition. And never be a project party. You be drew. You know, you people of timber and caliber. In terms of your experience on the political field and what we have done for ourselves. And you're easy. And you know, if we are going into an election now, party be a the front line for you now, as the national chairman, the national organizer, then the general secretary, near then the youth organizer near assistant on normal election. Well, for me as a political strategist, I would say that it doesn't pose a threat to us at all because they are dealing with a very formidable side in the NDC. Nipa ye di akopa obehwe ye party mu a ohwe free ye titi mu sisi ye the party ni free chiro abaja mo anom avisa free anka anom generation dun ketia myself won mo ye ti kwa ye kuta party mu nyina som party no afri chire bebre youth organizer women organizer a bundle of experienced people and the omunti we are not shaking at all.
Okay. Oppose Ghana card
provided say you no easily accessible to every Ghanaian. Because they say we transfer air work. Now we nipa omo twa kwan ebinom akọ district omo kotena look, nobody the opportunity for obiso be exercise the franchise no impediments must be put in the person's way. It is a Ghana card is difficult to acquire there. That shouldn't be the only passport. Obi betimi use no dey akwa to aba. But say obaye no very easy. Now we decentralize Ghana card. Now obi anantiko district bi amu a obetimi akwa Ghana card. No obi our Ghana card there. We don't have any problem because we are Ghana Telecom for Chamber of Ghana Telecom for. One mu so say na you can say deadline for registration of SIM no you close to no 30th ending of this month. Yeah. About 6 million people plus Omunyina will go out of their radar because Omunya. Until you don't create a situation where we make it so difficult for people to get Ghana card. Say Ghana card is the if that is the case, then we'll resist it. With all the strength in us. But if they will make it available, accessible, no be able to me nanti keke no wako. No hotna CCC and Ghana card no de ako. Now by 2023 to 2024, Ghana Nibia or access to Ghana card. We don't have any problem.
Okay. I for John Mahama 2024.
NDC4 Eyi John Mahama as a flag bearer for 2024. I will give him all the 110 support.
But apart from him, why the what party the more beti me?
Me say NDC4 yi President John Dramani Mahama. Say onyina ye nimu a me man 110% support because abato no ogina ye nim e 2020 election no me gidi say he never lost the election.
If you Onua na mo be sade na ba.
Me say NDC4 yi na say me one vote. It is NDC4 yi no say omra me man 110% support.
Me da say.
Na me one vote. Me so me vote no a secret. But ye yi no say ono ye flag bearer na ye kohia na NDC delegates say womo yi omo ye asi ahemfo womo so womo nim say na yesi eyi ohen emaye e wa NDC mu enti so womo de saa omo nsa no adwuma e fe no na omo ye no fe na at the end of the day womo so womo yi John Dramani Mahama say onye frankatu for my NDC I will give him my 110 support because minim say adwen papa woni trim minim say eniema bi woni mu a opese ode magana fo a onwie na dwuma a obetimi ato aso na ode aye but saa tumi no e wo delegates nsam on the saa tumi no mana and there I will give him my 105.1
May that say chairman Samuel Ofosu Ampofo the national chairman for the National Democratic Congress chairman may that say November elections no aso
ma me fan chia kese emfama NDC for ina na me chanchro mo say sa reorganization ya na elections ayi omo taking it very serious omo fa no kredi enya adwuma na omo ma emra na ede atoko no enya adwuma se na ebe ya basabasa bia emba because the unity and cohesion of the party no the number one paramount concern to me. Your party, you can't humbuma, you need to you win election. 2008, we didn't have money. We had unity. We had cohesion. We had tenacity of purpose. You can't humbum 95.1. MPP for power there, by a Giacomian film and someone who said, Omusiano. Omuya be a bit me a maya kaya boom. Na yema basabasaye. Ene watimi wakame ni ntintuwa emma ye party num si ye kan ye ho bom saadea ne de bia kon ye ne odo ye adwuma enkunimdie be ba ya baso come 2024 obi amfa no ho nhye branch elections num constituency election regional election and national election and God on our side we will smile at the storm.
May that say chairman of Ofosu Ampofo and I'm in the Dinkomo and me do ABC. How about me follow me on Facebook, Yatiti Okra, Instagram, at Yatiti1, Yatiti1 on Instagram, Yatiti Okra on Facebook. Mame Frasida Emma production team nina one more abo juma that's a net best anywhere she be Pemu Castle live on 95.1 FM. Bye bye.